Hello, hello, hello. Excuse me while I finish setting up here. It's been a day. Okay. Give a chance for people to come in. I have missed all of your faces. Let me pull up my thing here so I can see the chat. I don't know who I'm talking to. All right, there we go. Excuse me. All right, I see we've got Kelly in the house. Kelly, how are you, my love? Rooted is here. Hello, handsome. Glad to see you. Neva, of course. Neva is here. My green screen is not where it's supposed to be, but that's okay. Oh, who else do we have here? Barbara Ann Green. Good to see you as always, Barbara. Yes, I know I had to change the time. Listen, we'll get to that in a minute. Tippa, I see Tippa was here. I'm sure they are still here. Lindy is here. Hello. Kristen H is here. Laura's here. Oh my goodness. Good crowd. Okay, before I start talking about me, let's talk about you. How is everybody out there doing? Just Keisha. Hey girl. Gray Wolf. Wow. Hi guys. Life is awesome every day. Australia. Woo! That's definitely on my bucket list to go to Australia. Ida's here. Jill's here. Sparks of the Paranormal. Listen, if this guy, don't feed this guy. He'll bite your hand. Crystal Thomas is here. Oh my goodness. There's Tippa. Mark B. Hey, Mark. Oh, thank you, Gray Wolf. Jill, yes. Yes, I am, and we will get to that. Good to see everybody. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, without further ado, the first thing that I want to get out of the way is this is going to be a brief conversation, but it will include certain words that some people might not want to hear or listen to, and I'm going to throw them out now. That way, if it bothers you, you are more than welcome to leave. I'm not going to love you any less. You will just see you on the next adventure, but this is going to be a little bit different of a talk than normal, basically explaining where I've been. I have been missing from the platform for a little while. So again, this is an explanation of why, and that includes things about my health specifically. And it's a little pep talk to all my girlfriends out there. So again, if words like vagina or menstrual or period upset you or gross you out, then this isn't the talk for you. And again, no hate. We will see you guys on the next adventure. But it's my channel, my health, my body, and it's something that needs to be discussed, especially with other ladies out there that may be going through the same thing and possibly sparks of the paranormal. So that being said, that was your warning. Again, it's not going to be all about that, but there may be one or two words like that you might not like to hear if that's not your cup of tea. But everybody's got a body and they all do wonderful things, and sometimes they try and eat you. So this is going to be a little bit of a discussion on that. That being said, I hope everybody is well. I'm going to ignore that comment, John. Oh, Sandra's here too. Bonnie's here. My goodness. Amen. Yes. Wow, great crowd. Go. Okay. All right. So where have I been? Where do I start? Everything these past 2 months has come down to a head. And it's not just health-wise. As you guys know, Sunshine and I are on a different journey right now, trying to buy a home in upstate New York, and also to get this home that we're living in on the market and sold so that we can do said other thing. That included, holy macaroni, Straight Jacket Paranormal, praying you feel better. Thank you so much, Straight Jacket. That is awesome. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I am. If anybody wants to take anything away from this right now, life is good. I'm feeling good. It's a struggle. So thank you so much for that donation. Lots of love. Thank you so much, Tippa. What the paranormal is here. Oh my goodness. Oh, squirrel. Okay, so listen, we've been jerked around buying a home. If anybody is buying or selling right now in the real estate market, you know exactly what it's like. You're in the trenches. You've got people's feelings and emotions and money and everything else but the kitchen sink being thrown around right now because the market is so volatile right now and it's so insane. People are buying homes cash, sight unseen. It's awful. So when you're trying to do both, Kat Schultz. We have a legend in the house, guys. Kat, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh, Psychic Guy, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate that. Yes, it's a freaking nightmare. Yes, real estate. Yes. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I'm going to try not to ramble. Hello, Sandra. Oh, Exploding Kings, we were trying to buy a home as well. It's very stressful. Yes. Buying and selling a home in general, I love you too, Barbara, is stressful enough, right? It's stressful enough. But you throw in whatever pandemic / political, we're not going to get into any of that, but there's just this firestorm right now of everybody just, it's like a land grab, and it's just completely insane. So, I mean, Sunshine and I put offers on at least 12 to 14 different properties since May. And we finally got one that stuck. I know I talked to you guys a little while ago and said, put out your prayers and your good feelers because we're putting an offer on a home. Well, we lost that one. So it just wasn't the right one. Zach, Rooted Expeditions, and Tippa, all of them have been very uplifting, saying it's just not the right one for you. And we knew that, but it's just so stinking hard, especially when you feel like you're going to be homeless and have nowhere to go. Oracles, hello, my love, I hope you're well. Yes, so, oh my gosh. So anyway, we finally got one that stuck, and it is awesome. It's just about everything. We had this vision board checking off. It's perfect, right? So fingers crossed. Okay, now comes the part where we have to sell our house because, people will, the new people are going to want their money, and not everybody's got, $250K laying around that they can just throw at the, here, take my money. Oh my gosh. So it's been literally every single day, sun up to sundown, working on the house. And this place wasn't in bad shape. This is the thing. It wasn't that, there's just little things that get away from you every now and then, that little rip in the screen, or, the garbage disposal switch, which I still haven't fixed. Getting new appliances, all this stuff just adds up and adds up and adds up. And it's just, you spend a lot of time and you spend a heck of a lot of money trying to get your place up to go, so you get just the absolute best offers and all this stuff. Long story short, I'm not going to go into all that. It's been a process. In fact, the reason why I was late tonight was another house-related thing. Between the house, my vagina trying to eat itself, the dogs, their properties. I have my dad's house I'm trying to get ready. Sunshine's moving before me. I'm going to be stuck here in Florida without her. We'll get to that. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Back it up. Neva in the house. Love and missing, my friend. Real estate sucks. Yes, it does. That's why I'm not a real estate agent, nor will I ever be. Thank you so much for that donation. Oh, I may do that. Thank you so much. Stop losing houses. Stop telling me what to do. The right place at the right time. You are absolutely right, Kelly. I'm just kidding, John. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Yes, thank you so much, Neva. Yay, new house. So excited. Choo-choo. Oh, Peppermint Patty, thank you. And Barbara Ann Green for the win. It's not a buyer's market. Hang in there. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think that there needs to be like a special form of therapy for people that are buying and selling houses. And I don't mean that in the wrong way. I mean, it's a whole different level of support that you're looking for that you just cannot find. You just can't find it anywhere because it's so crazy. Thank you so much, Barbara, for that donation. But again, so what's been happening is I don't have the time to edit. I don't have the time to sleep. I don't have the time to film. I don't have the time to do basically anything. However, with the help of Sunshine and family, also Tippa TV in the house, put on a very generous offer. We've been managed just to skip right along the top here. We lost a little bit of traction in the growth of the channel, but I'm not worried at all because there is 48 people in the house right now who clicked on a video that literally talks about my vagina. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up when I was late. Sunshine and I actually got locked out of the house. So when you're used to having a routine, right? And then you've got people that come in. Meanwhile, Florida, we all know that the pandemic is hitting hard here because of our governor. I'm not going to go into that either. They lock up after they leave, which is super great, unless you're not used to locking up certain things. And then when you go outside to, what were we doing? Oh, we were fixing the fence. And then we go back in, the door's locked. So we're locked out. So our keys, our phone, our dinner, the live stream, all of this stuff is happening. And there's a window right here. And I was just looking in going, what am I going to do? We have a lockbox on the house, but we can't call our agent because our phones are inside. So that's how that went. So that's why I'm late. So thank you guys for showing up anyway. I saw Barbara's concern. I believe I got some messages from people worried about me. We're just fine. We just got locked out. Yes, best of luck to you. I'm telling you, it's just the littlest things that you don't think about until somebody comes in and goes, well, I'm not going to buy your house because you've got 2 light bulbs out. And it's like, bro, seriously? It's little things like that. You're absolutely right. Same area. Basically, Mark, I can't remember the actual city name. You just had to ask, didn't you? Let me think about it. It'll come to me. Same area, yes. I know. Sunshine got offered a job and we had to take it. That's really the only reason. Yes, thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, Bonnie, yes, and I will get to that as well. Excuse me. Oh, good. Well, if I'm still here, let's hook up. Oh, boy. Oh, well, look at you being sweet. I don't know what to do with that. Comment. Thank you so much, John. Not going anywhere. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, thank you. And thank you, John. Thank you for that donation. That's very sweet. Long story short, we put our offers out, or we put the house up for open house. We had a bunch of lovely people walk through. Everybody's chomping at the bit. Everybody's throwing their money. Just like Bonnie said, I mean, people are offering anywhere from, $5,000 to $35,000 above asking price, and sometimes sight unseen. We had a few offers that came in from people that wanting to buy the house without seeing it, and we told them, sorry. We appreciate your enthusiasm, but it's just not fair for everybody else that made the time to come out and see the place. And so it's just insane. People are, and the thing is, without getting too much into the math of it, because I don't really understand it, if your house only appraises out at a certain amount, it doesn't matter how much money they throw at you. You know what I mean? So, oh, it's just crazy. That, and on top of that, on top of my dad's house, I still have my dad's house. I'm trying to get ready before I go. So there's that. I've got the Mustang that if anybody's on my Instagram or my Facebook, I've got the Mustang. I've had the Mustang for going on 14, 15, 6, going on something teen years of owning. I've had it since high school. It was my pride and joy for a long time. The problem is that Sunshine is taking the truck up to New York when she moves, and so I'm going to need something to drive. So I need to get that up and going. It's been stored since my father died, and trying to get that house. So that's one side of it. Houses, cars, adulting sucks. Now comes the good part. Ladies, listen to your bodies. You need to listen to men too, not just ladies. Let me rephrase that. Human beings, listen to your bodies. You are the only one that knows what's going on in there. You do not need a doctor's degree to know what's going on. I'm going to ignore this comment, even though I just put it up there. No. Nope. Not going to happen. I know it will. And it is. And it's very exciting, but it's also very scary. So ever since I can remember, here we go. This is where the good stuff comes in. So if anybody wants to click off again, please feel free to do so. No hard feelings. But we are going to talk about woman parts now and how they tried to kill me. So the thing is you will encounter in your own health journey sometimes people, they don't have to be doctors, that don't believe what's going on. And with me, I had very uncomfortable and painful menstrual cycles. Everybody does. I'm watching my numbers drop right now. It's funny. But you're just told that they're all uncomfortable, and just to deal with it. But sometimes you just got to, just keep on it, because there's a difference between uncomfortable and not being able to go to work, not being able to get out of bed, not being able to eat certain things, not being able to conceive a baby. So this is, you have to be your own advocate. You're absolutely right. So I started noticing, well, that's not even true. I didn't even notice. It's just something that I've always dealt with. And, there came a time when Sunshine specifically would get up in the middle of the night to find me because I would be in the restroom. And I would literally just sleep there because it was easier. And she's the one that really opened my eyes to me that wasn't normal. And she was right. It's not normal. It's not normal to have those things happen, Periods aren't fun. They're not. But there's a certain degree of, you just have to know. You have to know, you have to stand up. You have to talk to someone. Even if it's not a doctor, talk to somebody you know. Compare your periods. I mean, why not? Girls talk about everything, right? That's the thing, though, is that I'm just not one to talk about that sort of stuff, but convinced me to go to the doctor, which is always fun, right? Going to the gynecologist, that's always a blast. That's where everybody takes their first dates, I'm sure. And, the first one came and went, no issues. Said, well, we'll do a follow-up. So they did a follow-up, checked me again, no issues. It's fine. You're fine. Okay. Third one came and went. I don't know what you're complaining about. Just use a heavier protection. Okay. Fourth one came about, and now I'm being that guy or that girl, which I don't want to be, but something's wrong. Something's wrong. This isn't right. I don't care what you tell me now. This is not normal. This isn't how it's supposed to be. And I'm seeing people in the chat that are understanding. The hardest part for me, I think, was sitting in the waiting room with people that couldn't have babies. And then walking right in to see my doctor for her to tell me that, we'll just put you on hormones. We'll put you on birth control. We're going to put you on, I don't even remember. I just turned it off after that. But, I just making me feel guilty, for having a healthy system and wanting it looked at closer. I'm not there for the fun of it. I mean, God, I don't know. That was the worst part. I'll never forget that feeling of just sitting there with these people that just can't have babies and feeling like there's something wrong with me because anyway, so they took it a little more seriously. They did an ultrasound, but they did an ultrasound on the inside, which is fun, by the way. And it's funny because Sunshine went in with me, and for those of you that don't know, ultrasound on the inside is exactly what it sounds like. They have this magic little wand, and the cool part is, if you're having babies, but the cool part is they have a screen and they project it right in front of you, right? So me being a 10-year-old boy at heart, I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, that looks like a ghost. That looks like a spirit. That looks like I was just seeing faces, total, that P word I can never pronounce. But Sunshine and I were sitting there literally and picking out faces. And, it's just, you gotta keep it strong in here, however you have to do that. And she said, no, everything looks good in here. This is your left ovary. This is your right ovary. You do have a small cyst on your left ovary, but that is something that your body is going to reabsorb. Sparks. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to go back through the chat, everybody that I'm missing. I know everybody's throwing out so much love right now and prayers, and I appreciate that. I just have to get this part out before I lose it. So I will go back to the chat. Please keep talking amongst yourselves, though. I'm loving the support that I'm seeing in here. It's beautiful. Yes. Yeah, and that wasn't the most uncomfortable part of this whole journey, and thank goodness the ultrasound technician, had a sense of humor. So that's always good. But yeah, small cyst, that your body will absorb that, no worries. Your cervix looks fine, your uterus looks great. So now I'm like, okay, well, maybe there really is nothing wrong with me. It just keeps, eating away in your head. And, 2 more menstrual cycles come and go, and 2 more missed work days and extreme pain, and it's all in your head, and heavy flow to the point where you can't leave the house. You can't go anywhere because you just can't. It's like middle school all over again, where you got to tie your sweatshirt, except I would need like a parachute. Excuse me. Anyway, so now she says, let's take a biopsy. So I don't know what they're biopsying. I don't really know this. I have a deathly fear, an unnatural deathly fear of doctors because of what I went through with my dad, which was all positive. They took such good care of him, but I don't know. I'm working through that too. But, let's take a biopsy. I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun. Let's do it. So that was actually pretty painful, if I'm going to be honest. But it really wasn't that big of a deal. They just go in, they take a little bit of tissue. That's what they tell you, actually. They go in with this, well, it's like a pipe cleaner on steroids. It's terrible. Anyway, they take their samples, and at the time, it's external. They go internally, but it's external. And there was a small polyp of something that they found on the outside of the inside that they had to take out. And so they took that with the samples and sent it off and said, we'll call you when it's done. And then she goes, have we tested you to see if you're pregnant? And I'm like, no, you haven't, but I can assure you that I'm not. Which is always a great conversation to have with anybody who doesn't know you, let alone the gynecologist, when they ask you what your preferred method of birth control is, and you have to tell them that you just don't sleep with men. And they look at you like, right, I've heard that before. Anyway, biopsy comes back, absolutely nothing wrong. Gorgeous. 100% across the board, nothing wrong. I was proud of my little vagina, but also very distraught because maybe this is how it's supposed to be. Sunshine has had enough by now, and when they brought me back in to discuss my results of my perfect biopsy, she lets loose the storm clouds and basically tells my very nice doctor that what I'm experiencing is not normal and that something else has to be done. I have a lot of cancer in my family, unfortunately. Excuse me, on my dad's side. So that's always a concern in the back of my head. And at this point, I am just ready to get rid of it. I'm not going to have babies. That is my choice. It's just who I am. I have been gay my entire life, and the type of person that I am is not one that would birth a baby. That doesn't mean I don't want to have a baby. It just means I don't want to birth a baby. It'd be very awkward. It'd be like Zach trying to birth a baby. It'd be terrible. Anyway, so at this point, I'm begging her to please. I've been tiptoeing around the subject because she's saying everything's fine, and I don't want to hurt other people's feelings in the waiting room. So I'm like, just take it out. And Sunshine's like, just take it out. If you don't take it out, I'm going to take it out of her. So she sits me down alone and says, your insurance company is not going to cover this procedure because you don't need it. Don't need it. This is where my prayer warriors came in. I got a lot of them, and I don't know where I got them from because sometimes I don't think I deserve them, but they're out there. I see them. They're all in the chat right now. I got cards, crystals. You don't need it. So I had enough by then. I was ready to give up. Fine, I don't need it. Whatever, I'll deal with it. I've been dealing with it this long. What's another 25, 30 years? I don't know. Excuse me. So she goes, I'll try. I said, okay, please try. Please try and talk to them because I need it. And it took probably about 3 weeks. And I finally had to follow up and say, have you heard anything? And then once that happened, holy moly, Sky Forest with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. I see you over there. I'm not talking to you like I normally do. I know that, but again, I've got to get this out before I lose it. Thank you, Bonnie. Deep breath. I know. Oh, look at all the hearts. Who started that? Good grief. That is beautiful. Wow. Oh, man. You guys are awesome. Oh, boy. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Anyway, back to vagina. You guys are very sweet. Thank you. Anyway, I can't look at that for at the moment. All of a sudden, after contacting them to see if they've heard anything, all of a sudden things started happening real fast. Let's get it done. Let's get you in the surgeon. Let's schedule you over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. You're going to need a COVID test. You're going to need to stand on your head. You're going to need to provide a sample of urine to make sure that you're not pregnant. Again, you're going to need to... This one right here. Miss Lenore Smith in the house. What's going on, Mama? I miss you. I actually work with this one right here. She's... Between her and Sunshine, they gave me a lot of strength. There's a lot of times I wanted to run. But I knew when I got back to work that this one would beat me up, so I couldn't. You certainly didn't need to donate. I know where you work and how much money you make, and you can't afford that. I'm just teasing. Thank you so much. Long story short, go in, surgery happens like this. And I'm freaking out, of course. And the anesthesiologist comes over and he goes, I hear you're a little bit nervous. And I said, yes, sir, I am. Feel like running out of here right now in my little non-skid socks and my little gown that I don't remember putting on. And he goes, well, I'm going to give you something to make you feel better. And he literally pulls out a syringe about this big, full of a liquid like this, sloshing around with air bubbles. And he goes, this will help you feel better. And I said, do you need to use all of it? And at that time, he had already put it in. And he said, do you feel anything? And I said, no, I don't. And then I don't remember anything until the next day. So whatever was in that cocktail really did the trick. In fact, if you're watching right now, sir, I want that recipe. I'm just kidding. So Sunshine, poor thing, is still trying to get the house ready. We're still trying to get ready for showings. Now I'm going to be out of commission. I can't lift anything. I can't do anything for an extended period of time with a normal post-op procedure. So she leaves because she's got people coming to fix the screen that our silly dogs jumped through at one point during a thunderstorm. And simple, easy, 2 hours tops, in and out. Well, as she's leaving, she's driving by another medical place called BioSpine that was literally in the middle of a shootout. So she's, going through it. She's trying to take pictures and document it because I have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, and she did a terrible job, and she knows it. It's okay. I can say that out loud. She did a terrible job. with the shootout that happened at the biospine and the documentation of that, but that's okay. She'll get better. She's new. She gets home. About 2 hours later, she gets a phone call that she misses. And she goes, oh, checks the time. Guess it's time to come pick me up. So she's on her way back, and she gets another phone call, answers it. It's the surgery nurse. I don't know the proper names. I'm very sorry to all of my nurse and doctor people that are here. By the way, you guys are gods and goddesses, and you are not appreciated enough. In any case, gets a call from that person saying, Miss Sunshine, yes. So we're still in surgery. She goes, what do you mean you're still in surgery? She goes, well, we're still in surgery, so just wanted to give you an update and we'll let you know, and hangs up. So, of course, this starts to get her worried because now she has left and has been dealing with home stuff, which I kind of knew she was going to do. But before I actually went into surgery and got the cocktail of drugs, the nurses were, who's here with you? Oh, my partner, Sunshine. Is she going to stay here? And I said, she better. I see her in the chat right now. I said, she better stay here. Well, it turns out she didn't. She pieced out. She jetted. Got in the middle of a shootout. Went home. Screen guy didn't show up. Anyway, so she gets back to the hospital. I'm still in surgery. We're going on 2 hours or so now. I don't know the timeline. I wasn't awake. At one point, the doctor comes out, the surgeon, and shows her a picture. And it is not that type of picture, you dirty birds. It's actually the picture of the inside and something that looks like escargot that is all over the inside of me. And she says, what's that? And the doctor says, that is endometriosis. And she goes, oh. Now, like most people, if you don't know what endometriosis is, or anybody that suffers with it, and yes, I do use the word suffers for a very good reason, then most people don't know what it is. In fact, I had to Google it when I was coherent enough to do so. I've heard little bits about it. You see stuff on TV. Endometriosis, yes. There she is. Yes, they are. They're the best, aren't they? I told them that you left, by the way, Sunshine. I told them you left. Oh, look at this. I know it. I knew it. I knew I had some ladies in here that either have had it or know somebody that have it, or people that suffer with it, people that still suffer with it. It's terrible. There you go. Neva? I didn't know that, Neva. Lisa? Wow. Okay. See? It's awful. So just like any disease, there's different stages of this rotten thing, whatever it may be. I'm not sure which one I've had. I don't know exactly how severe it was. I haven't actually been back to my doctor because, lo and behold, they've got other things to tend to, which is fine. I do have an appointment coming up here in a few days, so I will know more about it. What I do know from what Sunshine has said is that it was pretty bad. And what I do know from what was said was that, for anybody that doesn't know, just real quick, you have your uterus, of course, and every month your uterus sheds its lining for your menstrual cycle. And some people experience menstrual cramps, irritability, fatigue, things like that, because your body is literally just shedding that beautiful lining that holds a baby. Well, for some of us, it's not like that. For some of us, it's like 1,000 rabid porcupines fighting over a peanut in a very small space. It's kind of like that. A lot of pressure, a lot of bloating. Certain things you eat will trigger it. Some people even get what they call endo bellies, where you get so much pressure and bloating in your belly that it's like you have a baby in there, but you don't. It's terrible. It can feel like a sharp pain. It can feel like, well, for me, lots of nausea. I had pressure on my belly. I would get very bloated, but nothing would ever happen. There's a difference between eating too much Taco Bell and being gassy and feeling better when you pass that gas. And this is just a pressure and a bloating that would not go away. Extreme shedding of the uterine lining. It would come hard. It would come fast. That's what she said. To the point where I would not be able to leave my house, like I said, because the effort would be futile, because I would just have to literally carry clothes with me wherever I went, just in case. It was never on time. It was never on a schedule. I never missed any, unfortunately. Menstrual cycles. It was every month, but sometimes it would be end of the month, beginning of the month. It's just terrible. Excuse me. But so when you have endometriosis, however, that normal lining that's on the inside that gets shed actually is on the outside. So when that lining starts to shed, like the inside does, it's got nowhere to go. And what happens is, from what I understand, is it will actually grow their own blood vessels. So it becomes its own entity, right? This demonic entity that's got roots now. And what it does is it just grows. It grows up and out like this. And then it's like sticking to everything. So then in your belly, which is why it can hurt so bad, is because you've got your intestines. Everything good is right there. You got everything there already. So it all just sort of sticks together. And now everything's working in tandem to just make you miserable. And the problem is that nobody really talks about it. Nobody really knows about it. It takes a long time to diagnose. And there's a lot of people and a lot of women in general out there who are just told to suck it up. It's all in your head. It's normal. It's part of being a woman. Be strong. Fix your crown. Yada, yada. So, yes, just like that. Cysts are a big part of it. Yeah. So that's what it does. It spider webs out, grows, anchors everything together, and the scar tissue that it leaves behind is unfortunately does not let a lot of people have babies that want to have babies. So I was very lucky in that aspect. I don't take away from any other woman's pain that is going through it, but I was very lucky in the fact that I wasn't planning on having babies. So from what I understand, I wouldn't have been able to have babies anyway, which was kind of validation for me, going through what I went through with the doctors. And, they just cut me open and went, that's not normal. Well, what do you know? She was telling the truth. Anyway, sewed me up, good to go. My recovery has been very slow, but I'm very, very lucky. I'm very, very lucky, very glad to be here. Listen, if you guys ever need someone to talk to about this or anything in general, but just let me know. The outcome of what I had obviously was a hysterectomy, between me just wanting it out and it being too jarbled in there anyway. they left my ovaries, so I only rage out partially. I do get hot flashes, but that's just because I live in Florida. And, there's no hormone replacement therapy or anything, so I'm very lucky in that aspect. It wasn't like immediate menopause, but that can happen. So, yeah, it's been a journey. It's been awesome. Oh boy, it's been crazy. But yeah, so even though the healing is slow, the last thing I'll say about this, so we can stop talking about periods and vaginas. You guys have all been very, very wonderful hanging through this talk, but is the healing process, not the actual physical healing of my body, but the pain afterwards. The pain of the surgery was less than my normal periods. And that's what locked it in for me. So you guys just listen to your bodies. Guys, girls, ghouls, ghosts, spirits, doesn't matter. You're all here listening. Listen to your bodies. Stick with it. Find somebody who will. It's terrible. It's very scary to think that I could have lived with that for the rest of my life. It gets worse. It doesn't get better. There's no cure. Other options would be hormone replacement therapy, more birth control pills. They can go in and cut out parts of the endometriosis itself if it's not attached to anything, too critical. They can, but again, if they don't get it all out, and then it's just more hormone therapy on top of that. But if that is what's going to take for you to have a normal period and have a family, then freaking do it. Just don't give up. If you are having awful, terrible, painful monthly menstrual cycles, then go to your doctor and demand somebody to take a closer look. Look under the hood. Figure it out. They wouldn't have, I don't know if they would have seen it if they didn't, go in there for the actual surgery. I think that the next steps that they take is, they go in from the top and do biopsies and things like that. But there's not like a hormone switch, really. There isn't something they can test for in your blood, really. It's just the inside parts of your uterus that should be on the inside are now on the outside. And it's not like it turns inside out like a sock. It's just like the cells and the part that lines the uterus on the inside is just on the outside. But what it does is just tangles up everything, and it's got nowhere to go. It doesn't get shed normally because it's not in the sink. It doesn't go down the drain. So it just sort of hangs out and causes all sorts of trouble. It's bad, debilitating. Yes, Tippa, very debilitating. It very well can be. And I make jokes, but that's just because that's how I handle it. But seriously, before I get to these comments and how awesome you guys are, I'm going to read through them. I just want you guys to know that if you ever need to talk or if you have questions, I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you from somebody who's been there, who was just about made crazy from saying everything was okay. You watch these shows on Discovery about people with weird diseases and stuff, and I didn't have a 10-foot tapeworm, but it's sort of the same thing. Stuck everything together. Oh, it's awful. But boys, girls, pay attention to your bodies. Get a little pushy with your doctors. It's okay. They're used to it. Don't be a douche, but stick up for yourself. Did anybody else just see that? Did you guys just see something? Did you see that? Did anybody else just see that? Okay. Of course, the chat's only going to let me go up so far in this window. So I'm just going to start where I can. Again, before I start going through these comments, thank you guys for spending your evening with me. On an off-topic subject. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate the donations. It's good to be back. Very long roundabout story short. Things are going to die down here for a very short period of time. And then I have to actually move to New York. So it's going to be chaotic again. But I do have some stuff on the back burner. Unrelated note, I broke my GoPro Hero 8. So add that to the mix, but they are sending me a new one. So thank you, GoPro. This is not sponsored by GoPro. If it was, then I would have the newest one, the 9, but I don't. I have the 8 because that's my luck. In any case, I do have some videos on the back burner. I've got some amazing stuff. I've done some Brandonautica. I've done some Scaranoia. I've done some paranormal investigations. I've started to go around to some of my favorite places to say goodbye to my spirit friends, which is harder than I thought to do. So that's going to be interesting. It's interesting to, I don't know. It's weird. I wasn't expecting that part of it, but I appreciate your patience. And what are you doing? I appreciate everybody's patience and your love. I'm just ignoring. This is me ignoring. I'm not sure what's going on. If I move, it won't let me. I was trying to move that so you guys can see what's behind me. I'm in a different room. Every time I stream now, I'm in a different room because we're trying to move, and now I've got this all messed up, but I don't even care. Behind me is just like a bedroom, but there's something tiptoeing around creeping behind there. Lindy says it's a horrible pain you can't even put to words. Like I said, first stage of labor. Yes, absolutely. And if that's what labor feels like, I'm telling you, do not stand for the crap, ladies. Crystal, you are absolutely right. Please speak to your friends, your loved ones, your doctors, and if they're not believing you, then find new ones. Yep, told me it was in my head. Absolutely. Had cysts my entire life. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tiff. They are not fun. They are not fun. They are not. I don't know. No, your body will just absorb it. Okay. Well, what if it doesn't? What if it keeps growing? What if you are telling me everything's fine and it's not? You have to stay on top of it. You have to stay on top of your health because you are important. You're important to me and you're important to the world. So stay on top of your stuff, guys. Yep. My doctor is actually a female, but yes. Scar tissue can damage. Yes, it can damage your other organs. I think I'm going to have an issue with my lower small intestine and or part of the bottom of my stomach and or my bladder. I can't remember. I was on a lot of cocktail that day. Yes, so people, is that why I can't have babies? No, the reason why you can't have babies is because you have a penis. I tried so hard to say that with a straight face. It's the only probably live cast I could say that without getting banned, because I've already warned everybody. Bleeding cyst, that's just awful. And yes, I mean, you can tell when your body is off, and when it's off a lot, it almost becomes a new norm. And then when you have people telling you that it is normal and that people deal with worse, it's just hard. It's hard, guys. Thank you so much, Lindy. Thank you for being here. I had already had my babies, thank goodness. Yes, thank God for that. Yep. I was able to have two, but because the enemy took 5 years. Oh, honey. It does. It just sort of wraps the way that they sort of described it. It looks like escargot, but it wraps you up like a spider web, and just sort of has these little tendrils that stick to everything and holds you in. I mean, it clearly doesn't hold my tummy in, but that's okay. Teresa, hello, welcome. I know that was a while ago. Thank you for being here if you're still here. I had a hysterectomy, and you go through, yep. Even I had that very briefly. Didn't want, I mean, yeah, yes, you do go through that. Yep. Yes, on top of it, that's the thing. You get tilts, you get curlicues, you get all sorts of stuff, man. These boys walking around with their junk on the outside. It's very straightforward. Very straightforward. Nope, ours comes in tilts, and they come in prepackaged little time bombs sometimes. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Gary, oh, you were even talking about definitely help women who watch this. Thank you from a man who loves his wife. Oh my God, Gary, I love you. Thank you for that comment. That is so sweet. Your wife is very, very lucky. Very lucky. Yeah, absolutely, Kat. Oh, Kat CH, thank you. Thank you, guys. Again, I'm sorry I've been absent. But no more. We're cooking with fire now. I just appreciate everybody's patience. Some days I didn't even have enough time or energy. Not that I didn't have it for you guys. It's just, there's just so many platforms you got to put updates out on, and it just became easier to fall into bed and crash and wake up in the morning and do it all over again. But you guys have stuck it out, and I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much for your patience and hanging around. This is just the coolest to come back, and you guys are still here. It really is. I already have it. So when they finally gave me my partial embarrassment, I rejoiced. Yes, that's exactly what I did. And again, like I said, the recovery period is longer because it's, they had to slice and dice out of there, even more than normal. But the pain factor was less than my normal menstrual cycle. So that was, again, validation to me that how can that be? And combating that with handfuls of ibuprofen, my poor liver on top of everything else. It's just, it's a terrible, terrible cycle. They wanted to do hysterectomy on me, but I was already pregnant at 12 weeks and we waited until 9 days old. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's, again, it's not really something they can test for yet. It's just something they have to see. They have to find. Has to be an accident. You have to complain about it a lot. Not complain. I take that back. Tell them about it a lot. It's not complaining. It's a difference. Hot flashes are real. It sucks. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed when the stream first started. I'm totally going to call myself out, but I was going through a little one when the stream started. Awesome. It's always great to hang out with you guys and be sweaty. It's my best part of my day. We love you. Thank you for being awareness. I'm so glad you're okay. Yes, Kelly, me too. I love you, of course. And, if there's anything, it shouldn't be in silence. We're all in this together. Either way, it's the human experience. Guys are not out of it. They've got body parts too. And, going through what I did with my dad and his prostate cancer, you guys need to be going to the doctor and getting that checked. Check your shit, yo. Get it done. It's much easier to go through it and giggle later than the repercussions of that. It's hard to be tough when you're sick. You just do it before that happens, Get it done. I'll go with you. I'll hold your hand. Bend over. It's cool. I won't look. I haven't seen many of them anyway. It's cool. Thank you so much, Neva. Always good to see you. You've stuck through. I know it's sort of an MIA, but it's going to be sprinkled in. Things are going to get better. We're hanging in there by the very seat of our pants, Sunshine and I. If we're not laughing, we're crying. If we're not crying, we're screaming. If we're not screaming, we're sleeping. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm so glad I had my hysterectomy. Yes, me too. In fact, I feel so good on the inside. I'm not even sure if they took anything out. That's seriously. I have scars to show it, and they're pretty raunchy and bruised and kind of icky. Like, not icky, but I have extra holes where they said there will only be a couple, I think 2 or 3, and I ended up with more than I should have because of all the slicing and dicing. Like the slap chop guy. You guys remember him? Yes, everybody keep Barbara Ann Breen in your prayers, please, as well, if you don't mind. Yes. Oh, thank you, Tippa. Oh, Sky Forest. I love your name, by the way. We are so glad talking about everything, and we always be here listening, give sunshine strength. And my vagina's name is Betty. Oh, that is a topic for another time. No boys allowed. We are going to talk about the names of our vaginas. Everybody's got one. I don't want to hear that you don't, because you do. Everybody's got one. Sunshine's laughing in the other room. Demonetization in 3, 2. I was 34 when I had to have mine. Yes, I am 36, and I am wearing it loud and proud, not only because I have to, but because I won. Right? I won that battle. Damn it. Doctors do not know your body. You are absolutely correct. Doctors go through a lot of schooling and go through a lot of crap and pay a lot of money to be good at what they do. And they are definitely underappreciated, but they do not have, like, it'd be so much easier if our bodies had like USB ports, they could just be like, boop, and then download everything, but we don't. Yeah, Lindy, she wasn't letting it go. Sunshine was all over it. All over it. Yes, Megan. That's tough. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Keep on it, though. Stick with it. Find somebody to talk to. Yes. Yes, they do. And they don't make you less of a person if you have to take them. I don't either. But sometimes, listening to the body means no doctors. No, that's not what it means at all. It means bend over and cough. Be a man. Get it taken care of. Because even though sometimes you're a thorn in my side, Mr. Sparks, this world would suck without you in it. And if you're not in it because of something as silly as you not wanting to go to the doctor, then you better haunt me in the afterlife so I can give you an earful of how silly you are. Yep. I know, it's a very thin line. Very thin line. Yeah. See? Exactly. You just always think it's gonna, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are amazing. I called you mama because I call everybody mama. Not like mama, like you're my mom, mama. Like, hey, mama, it's okay. 30, wait, am I 36? Am I 37? Oh, crap. I think I'm 36. We'll go with 36. Mine has no name. I body shamed my whole life for being female, taught it to be horribly female. Lindy. You need to have like a woman warriors meeting. Build each other up again. I know. Yep. 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 Why is everybody laughing at Rooted? Did I miss something? Boy. I named, oh, there it is. How did I know? Which one did you name Keisha? Go for the lesser age. See, Gary knows his stuff. Gary's very well trained. Yes, the tribe is here. I cannot thank you guys enough. I can't thank you enough for being here tonight and listening to me ramble about stuff that you are not subbed to my channel for being there when I haven't been able to be on this platform very much. And I see you watching the older videos and commenting and liking. That's helping. I see you supporting my other friends and creators. I see you guys. Just because I'm not on here making videos and talking to you doesn't mean I don't see you. And it really, really keeps me going. In fact, I think one of the first things I said when I woke up is I need to, where's my GoPro? And I need to put something on the channel. So that's when you know you're trained. That's when you know. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to come on here and see you guys on here. And, oh, we love you too, Lindy. If anybody, again, has anything that they want to talk about on camera, off camera, together, alone, if you guys want to get a little group together, we can do that. Just let me know. If you guys are struggling, reach out. Doesn't have to be to me, but just do it. Because you're important. You're special. You're special to me, and you're special to somebody else out there. And except for John, everybody's special, I'm just kidding. John is very special. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what I did to deserve you guys. Look at that. That's perfect. I like to think that, but then to actually see it in a comment, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, Gary. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what that. I think I know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. Whew. All right. In any case, I'm going to wrap this up. My loves, thank you so much for being here. Especially the guys that are in this chat. It really warms my heart that there's just it's just, you didn't have to be here, and you are. And that really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to everybody else in here. So thank you. You guys are all just awesome. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I do want to know. Somebody text me. Yes. Love you, Mom. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much again for being here. Stay tuned. We are coming back with a vengeance, and especially this guy right here. I don't know if you guys know, but he passed me in subscribers, and I am chasing after him again. So, Megan, love you. Love this tribe. Everybody here, you guys are amazing. Thank you again for being there for me. And Sky Forest coming out of the back gate with a new YouTube member. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. Great way to end it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, we love you. We hope you are well. If not, take the steps to get well. And we will be here for you in the end. And we will see you guys on the next adventure.